Hi everybody, this is going to be a short video going over the 4 main movements of the scapula, and then I'll also touch on the other 2 movements of the scapula as well. I'm going to turn around so you can really see my scapula moving on my back. And the first 2 movements are elevation and depression, and I group those 2 together because they're basically opposite movements. So usually if you do one, you do the other. So elevation, so my scapula up here in my upper back, and elevation is when the scapula move up and my shoulders come up into my neck towards my ears, and then depression is basically the opposite movement. It's pressing the scapula downwards. And I'll do that a few more times. Scapula come up, and scapula go down. And you can see how, because my arm is attached and hanging from my scapula, as my scapula goes up, my elbows lift, and as my scapula go down, my elbows go down. And then the second 2 movements of the scapula are protraction and retraction. So retraction is when you squeeze the shoulder blades back towards the spine. You can see how my elbows squeeze more back behind me. And then on protraction is the opposite. So I broaden them across the back and my chest squeezes in the front. And I'll do that a few more times. Retraction, squeeze backwards, and protraction, broaden and move forward. One more time, retraction and protraction. And now I'll put the 4 movements together. Elevation, retraction, depression, protraction, back up to elevation. And then do a few of these nice fluid circles, getting that full range of motion. Strengthens and stretches that whole area. And then reverse. And then lastly, 2 other movements of the scapula are called upward rotation and downward rotation of the scapula. And as I take my arms up and over my head, you should see how my scapula widen and rotate a little more upward. And then as you come down, that's called downward rotation. And I'll show you that one more time. Watch how they move. Scapula, upward. It's different than elevation. It's more of an angling this way. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Namaste.